Hi, I'm Dennis Phillips, and welcome to Everyday Reloading and Shooting. All right, welcome back to the channel. Once again, we're at the Georgia Gun Club's 100-yard indoor rifle range, and I'm continuing to expand on my study for seating depth for the 6.5 Creedmoor. There's a link to a video below where we found this node, and I'm going to confirm if that in fact is the node that we're looking for. I'm shooting 40.7 grains of H4350 powder with a Hornady 140 grain ELD match bullet. We have found a node, I believe at 2.815 inches. I backed off 1/1000th off of that. And so we'll be shooting a 3-shot fouling group, and then we'll also be shooting a 10-shot group in order to verify that node. As always, you're welcome to enjoy the music while I fast forward through my shooting, or you can skip forward to the results at the end. Shooting at 100 yards. All right, I think these shot really well, so let's bring them in and take a look. All right, this was my fouling group. Those three are all touching. After I shot that, I adjusted the rifle scope 1 click up and 1 click to the right, and then I shot these 10 shots. Don't know how those are going to measure out. It looks like it's maybe just over an inch, but that one's kind of far out from the rest. So I think when we measure these, we're going to have a pretty good mean radius. I'm guessing probably in the 3s somewhere, but we will take these home, measure them, and get back to you with the results. All right, I'm back from the range and I have my results. As you know, I've been working on a seating depth test for my 6.5 Creedmoor, and I ran these loads with seating depths between 2.872 and 2.8 inches, which 2.8 is the recommended seating depth for the 140 ELD match bullet. And I found this node at 2.812 inches, and I had a 0.30 inch group. So these were loaded at 10,000ths increments apart from each other. So I decided to go back and run another test with that load in the center. So I had this target. I had a seating depth of 2.812 here in the middle. Then I went 2.809 and 2.806 backwards, and I went 2.815 and 2.818 forwards on the other side. And I found this load at 0.36 inches. So I decided to load several bullets at that seating depth to see if it would perform consistently. So today I shot this target. I dropped 1/1000th off of that overall length, and I dropped that to 2.814 inches. and I shot a fouling group with 3 shots loaded at that seeding depth, and I had a group of 0.38 inches, very similar to before. And then I shot a 10-shot group, which you see here. It didn't perform quite as well as I had expected. This is 10 shots loaded at 2.814 inches. Didn't perform quite as well as I had expected, although it wasn't terribly bad. I had an extreme spread of 1.18 inches. Now, I had hoped to have just a single ragged hole with all of the shots in one hole, but that didn't happen. So I've got an extreme spread of 1.18 inches. I've got a mean radius of 0.39. Here's my average point of impact. I'm pretty much centered almost perfectly horizontally with the rounds impacting 1/100th of an inch to the left of center and shooting about 3/4 of an inch high. I had an area of 0.86 inches wide and 1.8 inches tall, which gives me an area of 1.01 inches. Now, when I was loading these, I had some trouble getting these to seat. I would check these with the caliper after seating, and it was very hard to get these seated exactly right. I measured the overall length, and I also measured the cartridge base to ogive, and it seemed like every time I pulled the lever, it would be off a couple of thousandths. And so I measured the bullets, and here's what I found. I just picked 10 at random. I had overall lengths, just measuring the bullets, I had a variation of plus or minus 6/1000ths of an inch. And I had lengths from 1.380 to 1.382, 1.376, and that's just a random sampling of 10 bullets. So there was as much as 6/1000ths in difference of the overall length. On the bullet base to ogive, I measured that as well and had a 6/1000ths variance there, because there I had lengths from 0.755 to 0.760 to 0.761 inches. So 6/1000ths in variation there as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this same test again using the same seeding depth, but this time I'm going to separate the bullets by length. I'm going to measure those and I'm going to segregate those to where all of the bullets are the same length. Then I'm going to load those and try that again, and we'll see how that performs. All right, I hope you find this information helpful. If you have any thoughts, ideas, suggestions, questions, please leave those in the comments below. I try to interact with everybody that comments. I hope you will like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.